There's a common thought that the conditions of our lives are characterized by the quality of our considerations. However, so numerous of us permit our considerations to be characterized by the world around us, by the suppositions of other individuals, or by the hardships of our day-to-day lives. So few of us ensure the condition of our intellect, the exceptionally thing that colors our lives, and as a result, we endure for it, being pushed and pulled by anything happens to be going on around us. Stoicism contains lessons and lessons that offer assistance, us protect the way we think and how we choose what to let into our minds and what to dismiss. The impassive logician Epictetus said that taking after, he is free, who lives as he likes, who isn't subject to compulsion, to restriction, or to viciousness, whose interests are unhindered, his wants effective, his revulsions unincurred, who, at that point, would wish to lead a off-base course of life. No one who would live misdirected, blundering, unjustifiable, lewd, unhappy, sad. No one, no evil man, at that point, lives as he likes. Subsequently, no such man is free. And who would live in distress, fear, envy, feel sorry for, with disillusioned wants and unavailing revulsions? No one. Do we at that point discover any of the evil absolved from these disasters? Not one. Thus, at that point, they are not free. THESTOICCORECONTRO and NOCONTROL. Envision you are a mariner at the helm of a sailboat. You've got a modest bunch of apparatuses to assist you explore the water. An outline and a compass can assist you chart a course. Your rudder will set you on that course, and your sails will saddle the wind to carry you. But the wind and the waves, these are eccentric strengths, totally exterior your control. In case you're not prepared for them, these powers have the control to hurl your dispatch around, set you off course, or indeed sink you altogether. The rudder and the sails speak to the things in life we have control over. Specifically, our contemplations, convictions, activities, and responses. The wind and the waves speak to external events we cannot alter. The behavior of others, the suppositions of others, the climate, and legislative issues, to title some. Anything way you select to require through life, you're the captain. You can't control every gust of wind or each wave, but you'll choose how you react to them, and you'll be able to choose how to control the transport within the course you need. This will be connected to the suppositions of others. Whereas we can't choose what people think or say, ready to choose how we react to them and remain genuine to the course we've set for ourselves. The chief assignment in life is essentially this: to recognize and partition things so that I can say clearly to myself, which are facades not beneath my control, and which have to be due with the choices I really control. REALIZEOP, INONSAREJ, For the most part, there are two sorts of articulations. Objective explanations. This is often something that's provable and genuine. These are explanations based on truths and prove. Subjective articulations. These are articulations or viewpoints based on sentiments, suppositions, or emotions. When we're confronted with objective articulations, we will do a fast reality check and discover out what's right and what's off base. These are moderately easy to deal with. The trouble comes with subjective articulations and conclusions, particularly since a few people tend to blend up their subjective convictions with objective truths. When it comes to conclusions, everybody contains a diverse way of seeing the world, a distinctive focal point or tint they see through. This tint is shaped by our past encounters, and it'll color everything we see. Someone's supposition of you is frequently more almost their focal point, their encounters, inclinations, and foundation than approximately you. This is often particularly true if something around you makes them feel uncertain or debilitated. Just because one individual sees the world as red does not cruel the world as ruddy. It may fair be ruddy since they're having an awful day, or it may be since they've experienced a few injury that hasn't been tended to. Within the same way, someone's supposition of you'll not fundamentally be exact. It's basically the impression they have of you that has been sifted through their focal point. All is well regularly. Individuals are told who they are, told what they ought to be, and told what they can't be. The truth is, no one can truly know who you're. All they can do is frame a judgment about you. A judgment that will be intensely impacted by their possessed encounters, convictions, values, and frailties. Since of this, it's vital to address the judgments individuals make of you. A parcel of the time, they will be wrong. Now and then they will uncover things around ourselves that we might have missed, but we ought to continuously address them. This can be genuine, not as it were of our suppositions, almost who we are, but too of the conclusions other individuals have of the world around us. Develop Yurinanercircla. In 1998, Pierre Hadot discharged a book called The Internal Citadel. The book investigates the stolid logic of head Marcus Aurelius and looks at how Stoicism made a different shape the man into one of Rome's most noteworthy pioneers and one of history's most cited figures. The internal citadel alludes to the hone of making the intellect a fortification, secured from the exterior world, misfortune, and enthusiastic stretch through our capacity to utilize great reason and center on acting in arrangement with ideals. Hadot's book recommends that you simply and I can make our claim inward citadel on the off chance that we take the logic of the Stoics and take after it as a way of life, not fare a set of convictions and conventions. Through consistent exertion to live by the impassive beliefs, learn how to act with ideals, practice mindfulness and self-reflection, and utilize reason and great judgment, able to change the way we live and the way we see the world in much the same way as Marcus Aurelius. Hadot distinguished three central stolid disciplines within the Reflections. These can be utilized as the establishment when considering around how to best structure our activities and contemplations and adjust them with the impassive reasoning. Teach of desire, accepting the characteristic arrange of the universe, the nature of the world around us, and adjusting our wants with it. For case, this may well be learning to acknowledge alter, since the crave for something to have happened in an unexpected way goes against the laws of nature. This incorporates being mindful of wants that don't serve us and building the teach to dismiss them. Teach of activity, acting in agreement with nature and society, with justice and thought for the common great. This incorporates not acting in a way that hurts others or takes advantage of them. Teach of consent, utilizing great judgment and reason to create beyond any doubt that we, as it were, acknowledge and rise to things that are clear and apparent. This anticipates us from shaping wrong convictions or snap judgments we might lament afterward. Self-Esteem. Stolid reflection is approximately utilizing criticism as a device, not as a definition of your worth. We frequently talk approximately how the old Stoics made a point of being impassive to externals, the things going on around us. Usually particularly genuine when we conversation approximately how outside components can affect our piece of intellect. However, it's worth clarifying that being detached isn't the same as disregarding the things going on around us. The Stoics were not advocates of living in a bubble, nor did they propose staying our heads within the sand. Instead, the Stoics accepted in confronting the exterior world, truly and utilizing reason, shrewdness, and great judgment to bargain with what they found. Whenever we get criticism from others, or we sit down to reflect on ourselves, we are able to utilize the reflect representation. Envision you're standing before a full-length mirror. In some cases, you'll see a clear, legitimate reflection looking back at you. Other times, you'll see a twisted or smeared picture before you. Criticism can be much the same. When we have a terrible day, or we're in a basic disposition, able to be excessively basic or impatient with ourselves. Additionally, when other people offer us criticism, it's imperative to get it that they are sharing their viewpoint. Given that usually genuine, it's critical to memorize the contrast between seeing veritable knowledge within the reflect vs. the projection of another person's predisposition or uncertainty. In case we do see veritable input, the another step is to delay and choose whether it's an opportunity for development and activity or something you're upbeat with, and carry on as you're. In outline, your travel through life is comparative to strolling through a lobby of mirrors, each advertising a distinctive reflection. The craftsmanship of impassive intelligence is found in recognizing which of these mirrors are giving you a genuine reflection and which are essentially mutilated. Grasp honest to goodness, bits of knowledge, learn, and advance, but never let a twisted picture characterize who you really are. INDIFERENCEISFFEEDOM. In spite of all our endeavors to form life as comfortable and predictable as possible, we'll definitely have to confront the winds and storms that the world tosses our way. Be that as it may, the lessons found in Stoicism can go a long way in making a difference. Us construct an individual logic that secures us from hardship. It, too, gives us with a level of opportunity that comes from avoiding misfortune from disintegrating our piece of intellect, and instead permitting us the flexibility to center on what things, to utilize judgment to channel out suppositions and comments from others, and to choose how we react to what happens around us. The Stoics believed that the key to navigating life's storms was to focus on what is within our control and let go of what is not. They taught that we should not waste our energy on things that are beyond our control, such as the weather or other people's actions. Instead, we should focus on our own thoughts, emotions, and actions, and strive to cultivate inner peace and resilience. One of the core Stoic teachings is the concept of amor fati, or the love of fate. This means accepting everything that happens to us as necessary and good, even if it is painful or difficult. By embracing our fate, we can find meaning and purpose in even the most challenging situations and use them as opportunities for growth and self-improvement. Another important Stoic principle is the practice of negative visualization, or imagining the worst-case scenario in order to prepare ourselves for it. By mentally preparing for adversity, we can reduce our fear and anxiety and be better equipped to handle whatever comes our way. Ultimately, the Stoics believed that we have the power to choose our own attitudes and responses to life's challenges. By cultivating a mindset of resilience, gratitude, and acceptance, we can weather any storm and emerge stronger and more triumphant than ever before. So the next time a storm comes crashing into your life, remember the Stoic teachings and let them be your guiding light.